All right, so let's talk about dating. Right now, there's a big proponent of dating apps like Bumble, Hinge, and all of these other things, right? The dating apps are unfairly targeted against you. There are way more men on the dating apps. So that disproportionately, I would say 75% men, maybe 25% women. So what happens is the women get bum rushed. And these women start developing a false narrative that they're more attractive than they really are. So they skew their attraction to the top 10% of men. So if you're really good looking, you can date on dating apps. But if you're like a regular guy, you could be on a dating app for weeks and weeks and weeks and not get a response. So how do we go ahead and prepare to date in 2026 when dating apps are systematically against us? Number one, you gotta develop some courage. I'm about to say something that's gonna be shocking and a lot of you are not gonna wanna do it. But if you wanna be successful, you need to learn how to approach women in public. Now, scary moment. I know it's a scary moment, but here's the thing. If you stay on the dating apps, your dating life will be full of low value women, fat chicks, women you really don't want to be with, women you barely tolerate. All right. So get rid of the dating apps. Just pull out your phone, delete Bumble, Hinge. I forget the big one. What is it? I don't even know. I've not used dating apps like that. I can't even remember. I'll tell you a quick story. I used to be really, really good with Bumble, but the old Bumble had an activation phase of about 2 weeks where you come on, you would get activated and you get pushed out really hard for 2 weeks. And I would get on there for 2 weeks, then I delete my Bumble app, then I create another one, right? And they figured out that I figured out their system, then they banned me, right? But seriously, you want to get off the dating apps. And what does approaching a woman in public look like? Many women will be shocked, unless they're from New York or maybe California or Miami. I think women are used to being approached by men in public. But if you're in a regular part of the country, women are just not accustomed to that. They're just not. And this is the approach. Hi. And one of the things that will happen is you will target women you actually want to be with. There will be no guessing. You'll get the full visual. It's just like, oh, her body's nice, her face is nice, all this, boom, boom, boom. Now, sometimes you will come across a woman who is married or has a boyfriend, and she's going to tell you that. And that's cool and say, oh, my bad, you have a great day, and just go on with your business. But essentially, you want to walk up and say something like this. Some of my dating lines. I remember there was this tall chick in Chicago, beautiful woman. I just went up to her and said, you're fucking gorgeous. That was my approach. And she said, oh, really? And then I went into my pitch. My name is Glendon Cameron. Very interested in getting to know you. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be involved. You could just go ahead, say whatever comes to mind. If she's really, really gorgeous, say she's really, really gorgeous. If she is, whatever comes to mind, and keep it short, keep it simple. Then get her number and call her the day you get her number. I know many dating apps like call her 3, 4, 5. No. We about business here, right? Call her the same day you get her number. And then just like short conversation, maybe 10 minutes, keep it limited. And then you just like talk about, well, this is the kind of man I am. I'm not crazy, but I like to know where you live because I like to pick up my woman to go out on a date. Now, this is one of the spoiler alerts. Like if she's real hesitant to give you her address, she may not be the one for you. She may not be. But go ahead, get her address. And then this is what you do. You actually plan a date. No walks in the park, no fucking coffee shops. then this is where you have to get in a little creative. Wherever you live, go to, I think Craigslist is still a thing. I'm not sure. I don't do free dating now because I got money, so I could go wherever I want. But if your money's kind of slim, look for free events, look for stuff like parks, festivals, things like this, things that actually get you out the house and, plan a date. Now, this is the magnificent date. This is a date that will lock a chick in. It's called a 3-part date. This is in the book. You take her one place for dinner, you take another place for drinks, you take another place for dessert, all in the same night. This is about a 3 to 5 hour date. You take a girl on this kind of date, she gets locked in. She gets locked in. Why? Because no one's ever taken her on a date like this before. So you'll get locked in, and then the second date will be easier and easier and easier. Because one, you introduce yourself, you came up with a plan, and you took her on a real date. Now, let's talk about places. Like, one of our favorite places to go, me and my boo, is the Cheesecake Factory, which is a chain restaurant. A lot of women are like, I don't go to chain restaurants. That could be a barrier. If a chick is like, oh, I don't go to chain restaurants, she may not be someone you want to deal with, seriously. Because the whole thing of a date is for you and her to get to know each other. It's not about going to the fanciest place or the best place. It's not. It's about you getting to know each other. Now, this right here is a game changer. And this was one of the things that was in the last Disruptive Male program. Few guys did it. Most guys didn't because they were scared. Rest in peace, Alan. My friend Alan Roger Curry, we used to have this discussion all the time. Most men are just scared. Just scared. Scared to go up and approach your woman and say, hi, my name. Just scared. I'll tell you another story. And this wasn't about me getting women. It's something I learned about an approach. Years and years ago, I was writing a relationship book. And I would approach any woman and ask her questions. And I was at a bar, and there was 1, 2, 3 gorgeous black women. And I was like, hey, my name's Glenn Cameron. I'm writing a book. I would like to talk to you about relationships and get your input. And they were like, come on in. And I'm sitting at this table, and dude, not 1, not 2, but 3 dudes was like, hey, bro, man, can I come help you with these 3 women? And I was like, you need to direct your inquiry to the women. I'm just a guest here. It was weird because I was sitting with 3 gorgeous women and dudes were trying to bird dog off of me to get to the women versus approaching the women directly. So that's one of the things. Now, this is going to be really, really hard for many of you. Many of you are not going to want to do it. Many of you are going to put it off. Many of you are just going to actually not do it. But I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen if you start doing this. If, number 1, you would develop, if you can master this one thing, because women judge men totally different than how we judge them. You will get a dating roster of women that you're really excited to be with. You will get a dating situation where, like, all right, I'm using my phone to record this, so I can't show you, but you will get women that you're proud to walk hand in hand. Like, I love my girlfriend to death. I think she's delicate, she's very feminine, she's very sweet, and I like everything about her. I like the way she looks. One of my nicknames for her is Sweet Face. I just like everything about her because she's like what I like. She has a lot of all that energy that I like. And once you start dating women that you really like, you're going to ask yourself a question like, why was I dating all those other women that I was tolerating? And the simple reason you were dating them women you were tolerating because they gave you some pussy. And you was like, better some ugly pussy than no pussy. And once you get out of that thing, your whole paradigm, everything's going to change. Everything's going to change. Now, this is, once again, I'm talking to you direct because I know a lot of you are not going to do this. But if you do it, your dating life will change overnight. Give you an example. Let's say you have a habit of approaching 3 new women a week, because there will be failure. There will be failure. So you approach 3 new women a week, and one woman's going to say yes. So this is going to be 12 women a month. Do you know in 2 to 3 months, you won't have to be approaching women because you'll find you a girlfriend? Literally quicker than waiting on a dating app, swiping pictures and all this other stuff. You will literally have a real person. And this is the thing. The women will be shocked, depending on what part of the country you're in. I think women in New York are used to being men coming on to them like that. But if you're in a little small town where it doesn't happen that much, maybe that's the norm. Because I grew up in an era where if you wanted a girl's phone number, you had to go up and ask her. There was no sliding her DMs. There was none of that. So this will literally change your whole dating profile. It will literally change your whole dating life. Literally, I would say 2 months, everything changes. 2 months of this, you will ask yourself, why were you ever on the dating app? Now, I will say there are some dating apps that are better than others, but the majority of the dating apps do not work in men's favor. They just don't, because these companies, how do they make money for you being on the app? So the longer you're on the app, the more money they make. So they're not interested in you hooking up. They're not interested in you meeting anyone. And that's one of the big problems. Because once I figured out what was working with Bumble, and I went on Bumble maybe 3 or 4 years ago just to see what it has evolved. It doesn't work like it used to. So this is the thing you have to know. And one of the things that we'll talk about is in future videos is how you look. You will be shocked if you start approaching women in public, the kind of women that will vibe with you and actually like you. All right, so this is what we got going on. Go below, we got the Royal Prince program, and you graduate, then you get the extra disruptive male content. You get the good stuff. Links below. Plus there's some books down there that you may be interested in as well.